The next question came in from TCCing Fibro Vegan. She says, I went vegan almost 7 years ago. My kids are older and none of them want to go vegan. I don't know what to do because when I hear everyone who is vegan and whose children are vegan talk about how it's the only way to be, I feel guilty because I cannot force it on people who don't want it. I feed them vegan when I cook it, but if it's a choice, they always choose to eat meat. Does anyone else understand what I'm going through? Well, I certainly, from my side, I can't understand it, but I can certainly empathize with it, and I've certainly talked to enough parents going through your situation. And if you're asking my opinion on it, which you seem to be, I think you're doing a wonderful thing for your children. Your children are older, like you mentioned it. We can't all expect to have the same revelations, same realizations at the same time. Your children have you in their life though, and you can just set a fantastic example. As you pointed out, we can't force people, and we don't want to force people. It's an ugly thing. Once they've been forced, they end up rejecting it. Once they find out they have a choice, they usually end up rejecting what they've been forced into. So I'd much rather have them run towards it, be attracted towards it, and that's what you can offer. That's what we can offer as parents. Yes, we get to set the standard, we get to set the norm in our household, and veganism, when you have young children, you get to set the norm. Veganism's the norm, but in your household, it wasn't for the beginning. And so your children have to be given that freedom to grow and that freedom to make that choice at some point. As you mentioned, you have your standards. You will not prepare certain things for them. But as you mentioned, they have some freedom to make other choices. I wouldn't get upset about that. I'd focus on this part, the part you can control. There's that prayer that people say that addicts come across, and Alcoholics Anonymous, I believe, as well, talks about it. But focus not on what you can't change. Have the wisdom to recognize what you can't change, which is your children's ability to make choices. You want them to be able to make that, and you can't change that. But you can choose how you interact with them, the example you set, and the foot you put forward. So I would focus on that, invite them, educate them when you can. As far as that feeling of guilt goes, I encourage you to drop it entirely, because you're feeling guilty for something you can't control. Your children have the freedom to make a choice. Other people have the freedom to make a choice. It'd be like me feeling guilty because I live in this city and not everyone's gone vegan yet. They've seen my butt out there running, why haven't they gone vegan? I feel guilty because I have. No, I can still feel a desire to continue to inspire. So your children haven't made the change. Maybe you still have that strong desire to inspire, but there's no feeling of guilt. You're doing what you can. You're doing the best you know how to do. That's all we can ask ourselves as parents, is to put our best foot forward. Keep coming. If we fall, get back up and continue to put our best foot forward. That's what we ask of ourselves. That's all I'm encouraging you to do. So that guilt, that feeling of this is the only way to do it, yeah, it's the only way for me to do it. It might be the only way that you feel like you can live. I couldn't live knowing that I don't have to harm animals for my food, but still doing it. I couldn't do that. Other people can, but I can't. And you might have the same thing. You have to live a vegan lifestyle because any other way just seems cruel, unfathomable. But you don't feel guilty because others haven't made that choice. That's not on us. That's on them. That's on your children. And you're going to be there to inspire. I want to be there to inspire and to encourage people to move towards a healthy, positive, healthy lifestyle that veganism truly is. So I hope that helps you out. The short answer there is simply just keep doing what you're doing. Tons of pats on the back, hugs for you, lots of love, and stay strong. Keep eating a vegan diet, keep living it, keep setting a happy example, and the kids will come on eventually. And if they don't, that's the thing, if they don't, this actually leads right into the next question that came in from Kelly. If your kids don't get on board with what you do, if my kids don't get on board with what I do, say they turn 12 or 10, 13, whatever, and they get off the path, that's fine. Well, I mean, honestly, I'd hope that they stay on a vegan diet. I hope they stay on a raw food diet. But if they get off, that's fine. I've shown them. They know it exists. When I had health challenges, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know what a vegan diet was. Did not know about it. Didn't want to go on to it because I didn't really know what it would be like. Didn't have a clue what it would taste like. Your children will know vegan food can taste fine. That, hey, mom lived healthy and active and happy on a vegan diet. So when they face health challenges, when they experience some symptom they don't want to experience, they got acne, they've got digestive disorder, they got something going on they don't want to experience, where are they going to go? What are they going to fall back on? What do you do when you run into a situation you don't like? You resort to solutions you know. That's where you first start. You don't start by searching into a bunch of things that might work or might be hoaxes. You start with what you know. Our children have that fantastic backbone of us They know that vegan lifestyle worked. They know that that's a healthy lifestyle. You've given them that example. We've given them that example. So kudos to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay happy with it. You're doing a fantastic job. The kids will come back around. And if they don't, they'll come back around when their time comes. When they hit 20, when they hit 30. I hit my 20s without knowing what a vegan diet was. I hit my 20s without knowing about a fruit-based diet, without knowing that people live on raw food. When I first heard about raw food, the concept just blew my mind. People are on raw food? I mean, I thought they might be living forever. I thought they might, some of that was a little just naivety on my part. Yes, raw people, you feel superhuman, but you're not superhuman. You just feel fantastic on raw food, on fruits, on a low-fat, fruit-based diet, but no, you're not living forever. You're not regrowing limbs, but it is a miraculous thing, and our kids now have that. We don't have to search for it. It doesn't have to seem crazy to them. It'll be normal. Mom was doing that. Dad was doing that. They know how to come back to it. Thanks for watching and hanging out with our family. Visit highenergyparenting.com for a bunch of free recipes, and subscribe here for more videos and tips on living a high-energy parenting life.